Hi guys, it's Marieta. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I'm gonna talk about how to stay sane as entrepreneur, immigrant or immigrant entrepreneur. If you are someone who is already in the United States, if you are someone who wants to move to the United States, if you are someone who wants to start a business in the United States, this video is for you. So stay tuned. So in this video, I do want to basically talk about how to stay sane, because I think in my opinion it's very important to also cover these topics since you are someone who is building a business, and I am an entrepreneur myself. I'm also an immigrant, as you know. And yes, I am also an attorney helping others to start businesses in the United States. And something that I learned is that, living the American dream is the end goal, right? It's not necessarily applying for the visa. It's not necessarily starting a business, incorporating a business in the United States. Your end goal is really living the American dream. And living the American dream for many people means different things, but based on the information that I got from people that I interviewed, people that I talked to, people that I have worked with, is that we all are seeking happiness. We are seeking the lifestyle, right? We do want to have the comfortable lifestyle so we can basically be happy. The end goal is really happiness. The reason you want to start a business is to make money, to have the financial freedom, and to help other people, to serve other people, which is fulfilling for you, right? That is going to make you happy at the end of the day. We are not doing this because we want to suffer or we want to have another struggle. We are seeking that lifestyle, we are seeking that better life, and therefore we are actually immigrating to different countries. Therefore we are actually doing all the work that is required. That being said, being entrepreneur is very different than actually working for someone. And in my opinion, entrepreneurship is freedom, but being entrepreneur is also very challenging. Especially if you are just starting out, you are going to be alone. You are going to be on a path where it's just you, right? The beginning stage is very challenging. And so how you can actually stay sane is, number one, you have to surround yourself with like-minded people, community, people who are going through the same path. Because if you listen to people who are on different paths, for example, they are employed, they are not necessarily here to create something out of nothing like you are, these people cannot really advise you. And oftentimes family members or people who are in the comfort zone cannot really advise you. And it's important to be surrounded by people who are similar, people who have similar mindset, in fact, the same mindset. Because being an entrepreneur is not just creating a business, it's actually self-development process. You're going to develop yourself on the way while you are building your business. So it's very important to surround yourself with like-minded people and to find that support. Because, when I started, I was seriously all by myself and building this business all by myself, and it was challenging. And so you need to be surrounded with the right people. Number two, look for mentors. You have to have mentors, people who've been there, done that, okay? And that is something that, I have. I have my own support. I have mentor. I have people who actually challenge me and help me grow. Because if you don't have the right mentor, especially person who's been there, done that, you're not most likely going to accomplish that goal. Again, I'm not talking about visa. I'm not talking about starting, incorporating a business. I'm talking actually building a business and creating that success, creating that wealth. That is what I'm talking about. So you need support, you need like-minded people, and you also need mentor, all right? The next thing, the tip I do want to give you is something that I do, and it's been helping me tremendously. I meditate. This is something that I started when I was preparing for the bar exam to become licensed attorney in New York. It was extremely difficult exam. The exam itself was 12 hours long. I prepared for the exam 3 months, 10 to 12 hours of studying every single day. So I learned that it's not just the performance itself. It's not really just about the amount of information that you are that you actually studied. It's more about being able to manage the stress. And so it's the same in business, you know. I had these periods when I was working so hard, 12 hours a day, like a crazy person, trying to accomplish certain goals. And no matter how hard I was working, I was not able to accomplish that goal because you cannot do it on your own. Okay? And now I'm not talking about any religion here. This is really just about the process where you are co-creating your future. And meditation for me, it's a process where I literally calm my mind and I go within, I ask the right questions if I need to get the answers or the clarity, and I gain the energy that is necessary for me to produce the results. Okay? So meditation practice is essential if you want to create the balance, and that is my tip, my personal tip. You don't have to do it if you don't resonate with this advice, but it is something that absolutely works for me, because otherwise you go crazy. If you keep working all the time, you know, you're going to end up with burnout, which happened to me many times. This lamp is crazy. So you have to keep the balance, right? Another thing I can recommend is sleep well and eat well, because you need the energy, okay? If you consume good food, that is energy. You're putting the good energy into your body. If you sleep, you're going to wake up refreshed and your brain is working. Because, you know, being an entrepreneur, it's a lifestyle. It's not like 9 to 5 p.m., okay, goodbye, I'm done. No. Being an entrepreneur is constantly involved with your business, with your idea, with the process. And you have to keep the balance. If you don't have the balance, at some point you are going to crash, okay? So you have to really nourish your body and your mind and your soul if you want to produce the results you're looking for. And I'm talking like big results. I'm not just talking mediocre results, if you know what I mean. Lastly, exercise. Very important tip, which is kind of obvious, but it's not obvious. You know, try to work out, do whatever works for you. You can go to gym, exercise like with weights, maybe you want to run, maybe you want to do yoga, whatever works for you, but do it because you need to move. If you sit behind the computer all day long, you don't move, it's very difficult to be creative. And again, as you know, being an entrepreneur is to be creative. You're looking for solutions, creative solutions, right? On the go. And the only way to come up with a solution is if you are creative. And the only way to be creative is actually to pause and do something else, and then the flow comes and then you get the creative ideas. So these are my tips for you guys. I hope you like this video. Let me know what you think. And also I want to actually hear from you. If there are any entrepreneurs out there, what do you guys do to stay sane? Share your tips below this video. I do want to learn from you. And stay tuned for my next video where I'm going to cover if you should invest into your own business or should you invest into a franchise, and my own opinion about it, so stay tuned. And lastly, I do want to invite you for my webinar where I'm covering how to build successful business, six-figure business in the United States, and how to get the entrepreneur visa. And the link is going to be below this video. You can sign up and I'll see you inside of the webinar. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.